Okay, so next lesson is to stay client focused. So now here the right balance means
Yeah.
you want to make sure that your client is satisfied and you give preference to what your client says or thinks, and then you have all to also need to make sure that your team is not over exhausted, uh, or your team is not disturbed by the behavior of your client. So how to find this right balance between your team and your client, because every client wants the things done ASAP and you don't want to exhaust your team members.
Yeah, here you have to find the right balance. It's very important. You have to find the ways how you can keep the balance between both things, because it's very important to stay client focused, because client is the person who is giving you work, making your company run with all the operations, because money is the king. So he is the one who is paying. So you have to keep them happy. But on the other side of the things, your team members, their health, their work, that is also very important. So what we usually do is, for example, if the client is having very strict timelines, and so sometimes maybe if he wanted to have something done by the single resource, maybe we can add another resource along with that person, so that we can deliver to the expectations of the client, and our team is also not exhausted. So you can do something like that as well, or think about it. So every situation will be very specific, and you have to add your experience into it, or your thought process into it, and see that how we can find the best solution that can fulfill both sides, because both sides are equally important for you. Your team members are also important for you, your clients are important for you. You have to keep both of them happy and make sure that there is a solution that satisfies both sides.
And I also think that it is also important to learn to say no to your clients as
Yeah.
well when wherever required. And I think I learned this a bit late in life, because sometimes the clients expect things which are not possible in that timeline or in that time period, and you have to tell them right to their face that this is not possible, we can't do it. This is a realistic timeline in which we can do it, and this is how we will do it. And sometimes I've also felt that some clients become too bossy, and so you have to tell them that means these are the limits that we either party shouldn't cross, so that your team is not pressurized in any manner or not disturbed in any manner. So you have to clarify that boundary, that this is a boundary between the client and the team members, and this shouldn't be crossed by either one of those.
Yes, exactly. That's very important, and that is like I have also experienced some clients who are too bossy, and maybe delay some things on their end, and then put everything on us that you have this was not achieved, something like that. So it's important to keep the communication very clear in this, because sometimes things just happen because of the communication gaps. Sometimes client is expecting something else and we are expecting something else. Exactly as you mentioned that sometimes clients are having very like optimistic timelines that are not really possible in the real world. So it's very important to keep them informed that this is not really possible, that possible timeline will be like this, so that they are already planning their things. Because if we try to understand from the client perspective, they have a lot of things revolving around the work that we will deliver. So for example, we are making a prototype and we have to deliver that prototype. They are planning to send it over to, let's say, some influencers. They have got appointments from them and everything. And for example, if we deliver that prototype by 3 weeks or 2 weeks, so all the appointments that they have taken, or for example, they wanted to take it on an expo or something like that. So it's important to understand their perspective as well, and see that what exactly they want to achieve, and then see that how we can fulfill from our side. So as I said, so it's very important to make sure that both sides are taken care of, their issues, understand their problems, and then find a solution.